Good morning. I'm running a little late. Good morning. Come on in. Come on in, Queen Diva. Hey, Miss Playful. Queen Diva, Miss Playful. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm running a little late. Come on. Confidence, intelligence, a sight to behold. Sorry, I'm running a little late. I didn't realize that it was 6:45. She'll take you higher, turn dust to diamonds. Oh, she'll uplift. I'm getting notes. She'll take you higher, turn dust. Good morning. To diamonds. And the diamonds are free. And Mz.Teavalocity. Good. Wednesday morning, right? Wednesday. Good morning. Woo! We got quite a bit to talk about, but it's probably not what you think. Hey, what's happening, Doc? What's going on, Victoria? I saw your interview. Great interview. Good morning, Clyde. Good morning. We gonna talk about it's not mess. So if people come here for mess, it's not mess. It's actually about what's going on in the world, in the real world. Hey, Camp Me, thanks for joining me. Make sure you hit that like button. So I got a couple of things, a little bit about what's going on in the YouTube world, but the real world is what I'm most, to me, what I'm most concerned about. Okay, I'm concerned about what's going on in the real world. I did a short upload. And the upload was just a glimpse of what's happening with the United States, Russia, and Ukraine, and it was small. And I have another upload, but I have to re-edit it. I just had to add some things to it. But I want to correct something that I said last week, or maybe it will make you believe that I was saying that the Ukraine was part of NATO. No, the Ukraine is not a part of NATO, you guys. But the Ukraine made an agreement with the United States. And I think I put in the description for clarity, because when I looked back at the video, I noticed that I was speaking of NATO, but NATO is most important. But simply the Ukraine and the United States made an agreement. And so that's the reason why the United States is fighting so hard. Plus, because they are part of NATO. Now, a lot of people is not interested in this over here. Unfortunately, we are in an area where that's not important. But here's the craziest thing. It should be important. It should be important to all of us, because it's going to affect all of us. Now, the sanctions on Russia, I wanted to talk about the sanctions that they imposed on Russia. You say, well, we don't have too many dealings with Russia. But remember, when any economy is crippled, it affects us all, even the United States. Even though the sanctions that was placed on Russia, the economics sanctions placed on them, will cripple them the most. But you got it. You got it, Dr. Cat. It will cripple them the most, but we're going to feel the effect of it. Just like with this little C-19 pandemic and stuff, we felt the effects of not being able to get to our supplies, to meet demand and supply. Because of the pandemic, we went from one devastation, now we're going to another, basically. So it's going to affect us by inflations. Well, I have a little upload and I wanted to share it, but I'm late this morning, so I'm not. So when we look at this, we have to look at it in its totality. You say, well, it doesn't affect me. Well, that short glimpse that I showed the other day show where it does affect us. It will eventually affect all of us, even though Russia is feeling the brunt of it and they continue to attack Ukraine. We are still going to feel it. And that's where we should be concerned, because if the supply and the demand is not met, it will cripple us. It will hurt us as well. Yes, eventually it's going to hurt us as well. You saw the gas prices. we're looking at what, $3.59 I might have paid, 40 something dollars when I already had like a quarter of a tank or more, 3/4 of a tank. I still paid 40 something dollars for gas. It can go as high as $5. There's no limit, you know. So the more Russia, more the more Russia get hit, the more it will affect the United States to a certain degree. So we have to stay abreast to that, you guys. Please don't be sleeping. Let all this other shit fool you. Pay attention to what's going on in the world, in your real world, because that will affect you and your loved ones. And that's what I'm concerned about. You know, now, this could very well, if they don't stop the bleeding, then it could lead into the World War III. And we know no one wants a war. They trying to prevent a war. They trying to prevent Russia from destroying Ukraine because they don't really want to go into the war, you know, into the war phase. And we don't want them to go because a lot of lives are lost. Yeah, he won't. So NATO right now is begging and pleading. I mean, Ukraine is begging and pleading NATO to let them in, but there's a process. And so, and their process is a wait time, but they asking and praying and begging that they will allow them into NATO. They trying to join NATO now. The PMAN will not abide by the sanctions, plus the rest of NATO has to sign off of the sanction before being imposed. There's time lapse between recommend sanctions and then being applied. Yeah, it is. But still, whatever they doing now is affecting Russia because it's messing with their economy. But you know, when you have millions of dollars, and I want to say this too, and I was just talking to somebody about this. Do you know that the United States is really ran? Well, I'm going to say the world, but I'll stick with the United States. Us. It's only ran by a handful of families and people that have the power, to control the world. So when you look at this in the totality, it's only a handful of people making these moves. It may seem like it's all of the United States. No, it's only a certain amount of wealthy people that control this world. And it all boils down to the almighty dollar. It's all about money. Money, power, equal respect. So my ex just asked me, he said, well, how does it? I don't think it has anything to do with money. Yes, it does have something to do with money. Exactly. The Rockefellers, JP Morgan, you got the Rothschilds, whose worth right now, I don't know if this was 2022 network, but they worth 500 trillion. We don't even know how trillion. We will never see that trillion. That's old money. That's real money, not this new shit that people become little millionaires and not little millionaires, but you know, I'm just saying they are worth 500 trillions. That is what you call old money. Old money rules this world. Don't be fooled. Old money rule the world. And so now you messing with these people power, so you disrespecting them. And so this is some of the things that has to happen. And it looks like it is a global thing, but really it boils down to money, to the Rockefellers, to the Rothschild, to the Morgans, to even the Waltons are getting there. You know, that's what this boils down to: power, money, power, and respect. Respect. But again, it will affect us because the richer they get, the poorer we become. And they're looking out for their welfare, not our welfare. Don't be fooled. All this is not done for us as citizens of the United States. It's done to keep power and control of the United States and other countries. That's what it's all about. Russia wants to control Ukraine. So because Ukraine left Russia, yeah, they became independent. They became independent in 1991, I want to say, right? So they left the Soviet Union. So now they want Ukraine back. So they're going to destroy them. They're going to do everything thinking that they will succumb to their actions and let them regain power over Ukraine. And I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen. But what I do think is going to happen is Russia's going to play hardball. The sanctions will affect them. So they're begging Mr. P to get off his high horses and come to some type of resolution, because it's affecting the citizens the most. It's affecting the citizens. So they're getting hurt in the midst of this, and it's destroying Ukraine. But I am glad that Ukraine is fighting back with whatever they have, but they cannot endure this long lasting. They cannot endure it, y'all. It's just a fact. They don't have that military power behind them. They don't have that economic power behind them. So they won't be able to endure for so long. So hopefully this get resolved. But I do believe that this can be for the long haul. The effects will be for the long haul. The after effects will be long haul. But I do believe if they don't stop, if the United States and other countries don't get involved and stop this bleeding, that there will be more bloodshed, more lives lost, of course, more destruction, and Ukraine probably would have to bow down to the Soviet Union, and hopefully not. But again, it all boils down to money plus power equal respect. My money will control you. That's the power I have over you to gain your respect. So the money, the power equals you going to do what I tell you to do. And that's the way it is. It's all about the almighty dollar. And I'm going to do an upload later. I got to run out here to appointment. But my upload would explain sanctions and how sanctions will affect the Russia and the United States, what part we play in it. And more sanctions was imposed last night, I believe, or yesterday, or will be imposed today. And so it could be very crippling to their economy. And so once your economy start being crippled like that, eventually you will crumble, because again, it's all about the power in the dollar, the ruble, and their ruble is losing. Everyone prepare, pray, and attention. Keep a full gas tank. Buy shelf-stable foods. Write down or print out your pertinent information, as the internet won't be available at some point. That's what we're going to go there. I'm glad you said that, Clyde. I'm going to come back there, because, see, these people sitting around twiddling their thumbs thinking they doing something, even in this YouTube shit. Do you know these people that I'm talking about own the internet? They own Google. They own YouTube. And they are hitting over in the Ukraine. They have hit their internet system, their television system. If I'm not mistaken, what's that guy, Anonymous? He went on and he destroyed some of Russia's internet, social media, internet system and stuff like that, and television. So you got people who's going to now come and try to hack into the United States system. And right there will make a lot of social media and television and all that go down if they get that close. So we need to be careful. You write stuff down, because the internet may not be available. So if you sitting here living off of YouTube and you still around here dragging and fighting and cussing and talk about folks' kids and what they don't have and how they look and all that shit, you wasting a lot of time that you should be putting into preparing yourself for what's happening in this real world. I can't stress that enough. You guys with this bullshit, pay attention to what's happening. I wonder how many people who we frequent on here daily watch the State of the Union. Now, you asked me, I watched it. Diva watched it. I'm sure Dr. Katrina watched it. That's just something we do, because I want to be in the know. I don't want to be what they call a side swiped. I want to be in the know. Even though I don't understand everything, what I don't understand, I research. I didn't understand the full effect of sanctions. I sat down here and I worked on it all day by research to see what sanctions were, how would they affect me, what do I need to do to be protected, or at least try to endure what's ever coming my way. Now we talked about gas and food. We all see it now. I know a lot of us eat chicken. Chicken, one of my favorite. Chicken. Chicken prices that went sky high. Food used to go up by 10 cents, 25 cents. It go up by dollars now. That's because inflation is taking effect, and that's what we need to pay attention to prepare ourselves. Let's see what class said. But batteries, Ukraine is one of the highest producers of lithium. Make sure you have packed up batteries, and store water. Exactly, because some of these things, like she said, Ukraine is the highest producer in lithium. We use lithium batteries, you guys, in everything we do. This where it will affect us at. So please just pay attention. Leave some of this shit behind now and see what's going on in the real world. Please see what's going on in the real world. We do need more prayer. But we so busy fighting each other. You are right. We so busy fighting each other for just a crumb of we just fighting for crumbs. They only giving us crumbs, you guys, compared to the millions and the trillions they have. It's nothing, and we down here fighting each other. You would think some of this shit would somewhat subside, and people would say, I need to focus on what's going on in the world. No, because again, for the love of money is the root of all evil. People are just trying to get as much money as they can, clicks and views. They're going to continue to fight. We can't do anything about that. We just could protect ourselves, do what we need to do to protect ourselves. But this is what it all boils down to. And I said I was going to play this. It's all about this. It's all about the money, you guys. People do everything for money. Don't be fooled. It's all about a mighty dollar. Whatever happens, what's happening now is all about that dollar that has power, that has a lot of power. And I wish that we all would just wake up and see. Just because no missile hit your home, it still affects you. Don't be fooled. Well, it ain't me. Yes, it is you. That decision that those folk make at the top, that family, those families, is going to affect you. See, they have old money. They have trillions and billions. So that's wealth. They're not rich. They're wealthy. And I said this before. There's a difference between wealthy and being rich. If I had to make a choice, I would be wealthy, because you will never, ever, ever, ever run out of money. Rich, you could run out of money. You see people all the time who is rich and they broke now. I would rather be wealthy. So the wealthy who's controlling this world is going to continue to have that power. And that makes us powerful. The money. It's all about the money. Don't let people fool you. We see one thing, but in reality, They would do anything to remain in control and to remain powerful. And these people are not going to lose their power for anything and anyone. So, but I was thinking, I said, man, I had to ask my granddaughter yesterday. I said, what is a ruble? What is going on? And my granddaughter told me, and I was so happy that she told me because at her age, she still needs to be abreast of what's going on. So in her little mind, she could prepare. Even though we protect and prepare for our children, they still need to know what's going on because those very cell phones that they using and the tablets and all that they using could be no more, can be crippled. They won't be able to use that and we won't be able to have communication. They won't be able to make what they call Instagrams, TikToks, IGs. We won't be able to use the internet. There is going to be a blackout period. So we need to go back to the good old pen and paper and reading books. That's what it's going to boil down to. You know, it sounds like, okay, well, they exaggerating, she exaggerating, Mz.Teavalocity just exaggerating. It ain't all going to be. Yes, it is going to be all that and more if we don't stop the bleeding. If they don't get in here and help Ukraine, you know, yeah, it's going to be all that and more. So, yep. But okay, so enough of that, but it's really never enough of that. So I hope you guys watch the State of the Union and you're abreast of what's going on in the United States and Russia and Ukraine. I'm hopefully you guys are gaining knowledge. Like I said, I don't know everything, but I will upload little clips that you can look at. They no more than 7 to 10 minutes. You know, I'm not making no money. It's not even about making money. It's about gaining knowledge and sharing the knowledge that I gain. So I'm going to do this one, upload one this morning. I was working on it. So I'll do a quick little upload. Hopefully you guys come over here and watch it. It's just a glimpse of what sanctions is about and how it is going to affect all of us and how it's affecting Russia. Right? Yep. How's it affecting Russia? We won't be able to get vodka. If you drink vodka, your vodka will be limited for all those who drink vodka because they start pulling them off the shelves. I think they start pulling vodka off the shelves. But yeah, let's stay abreast. So I'll do that today. Now, let's talk about alliances because that little video was about alliances. You know, it's good to have alliances, and I hear people say even on YouTube, oh, you need to have alliances, you need to network, you know, for you to make it, you know, on YouTube. And I agree, alliances are very important. They are because it's something like a network source. You can use it as a network source. So alliances are important. But here's the thing about alliances. You know, at any given day, even though you have made that agreement, someone could turn against you, you know, in your alliance. Not only that, when you have an alliance with people, and I'll say it on YouTube and in the real world, even though you may not agree with what they're doing or saying, if you have an alliance, you feel obligated to act accordingly according to the agreement, the alliance you have made, right? I don't always believe what Queen Diva, you know, I probably don't believe what something that she do. I may not believe in, and I let her know I don't believe in it and I don't have to go with it. But at the end of the day, if it came down to me defending her or going against her, I'm going to defend her. I may not like what she did to whomever or said to whomever, but I'm going to tell her right from wrong, but I'm also going to defend her. So that's like an alliance. I have an alliance. Hey, really, BTV. Barbara, thanks for dropping down, baby. This is my first time seeing you, but I appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that like button. So, you know, alliances could be tough sometimes. We may not want to get involved. The United States might not want to go into war. I might not want to get involved with what Queen Diva did or really be, but I have an alliance with them. So I have to act according to our agreement that, you know, but I may not like what they did. So alliances could be a little iffy, you know, but they're done for a reason when it comes to politics. you know. And when it comes to friendship, it's done for a reason, to let someone know I got your back no matter what. I got your back. That don't mean I'm not going to tell you you're wrong and I don't agree with it. And I may not come out full force defending, but I always have your back because we make that agreement as friends, right? So, but there's a lot going on in the real world. I haven't been paying much attention to YouTube because I've been really trying to work on this editing, you guys. And until you get it mastered, it's a lot. I spent hours yesterday and realized when I went to play the clip, it will not play. It did not play. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to play that. I definitely didn't mean to play that. But I have been hold on y'all, I gotta stop this. I didn't mean to play that. I don't know how to cut it off. I played something, but I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to play that, you guys. I apologize, but it was a clip that I was going to upload. So after I started working on this, I worked on it all day. I had an appointment and I came back and I worked on it. And when I went to run it and put the music to it, it only recorded on one slide. So I was like, damn. After I did all that, I couldn't go back. See, I'm not that great at editing, but I'm learning. Oh, thank you, Barbara. I'm really learning. I'm trying hard to edit because I will resort to doing more uploads than I will come live. Yeah. I just don't. When you come down here, and especially for a person like me, I want to be honest with you. And I want to spread positivity. And, I want to uplift people, encourage them and stuff. It's very tough to do in a certain atmosphere. So you feel like, ain't no sense of coming down. I ain't got nothing really to say. So much shit is going on, but it kind of stifles you to a degree. And I don't want to look at it like that because I always say I'm in here for the long haul, and where I need to go is going to take me a while to get there because I'm growing organically. But a lot of times people will flock to the mess because that's what they here for. But then you have a lot of people I noticing, oh, it's hard. It's very hard and tedious. Yes, ma'am. I noticed that a lot of people, and I'll tell you how, but I noticed a lot of people are getting sick of some of the mess and they want to come to a calm space. So that makes me want to continue to go, to keep going, because eventually your numbers will grow. They'll grow slow. See, you could start a channel over here. One thing about it, you could get on here and start a channel and you could target certain people to cuss out, to drag, and do all that shit too. And they there. The audience is there, but then you have to remain there. And if you're really serious and you want to be positive and you want to do, uplift your people, encourage, motivate, or whatever, you can't be double minded. You know, a double minded is an unstable person. I can't come down here and talk to you today and encourage you to hold on. Change is coming. I know you may be going through depression, or you're going through something. Just hang in there. God's got your back. In the next breath, call you all kind of bitches and whores. And that's what they do, in some of these areas. So to me, I don't take you serious when you're talking positive to me and then you turn around cussing folks and talking about, I personally, I'm not talking about other people. I'm telling you what I personally don't agree with it. You're confusing me. So it's easy for me to come down here. I could have labeled this is some bullshit and I'm about to talk about, and I would have had 100 people in here because that's the environment. But that's not what I want to come down here and talk about. I want to talk about what's important, what's really important in life, what's going on right now. And like I said, I couldn't break it down, but I have a little upload that I'm going to do once I finish editing it, and I'm going to upload it. And I'm going to continue on with uploads. I don't care what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to be a little messy, maybe, if I see something on the YouTube streets, um, but most of the times it's going to be something that will feed your soul, that will help you. It's not going to be bullshit, okay? But I will get a little messy if I see something. And it bothers me and it turns me off to see so much fake love. So much fake love. But again, just like it, I started out saying, is all for money, for the love of money, power, and respect. That's it is the same here, y'all. Even in the YouTube world, money, the more clicks and views you get, the more people you have supporting you, become a little powerful, and then people will start respecting you to a certain degree. Cause she been in here. I respect her because she been here for years. You know, she have paved the way for many young YouTubers, or she has made her name, and so it's all equal the same, y'all. That's just part of the world. It is part of the world. Money, power, and respect. Those three things. That's what it all boils down, even here on YouTube. You know, so but I will, Mz.Teavalocity, keep at it, and it will get easy, and you learn so much in time. Yes, I am going to keep at it. I am. I tell you, I actually enjoy it when I see the finished product. Like I said yesterday, I had the music, I had the slides. I was like, damn, this is going to be good. You know, I don't make no money from it, you know, because I think you have to be on this YouTube. I haven't learned the algorithm. I think you have to be on YouTube for so many minutes or have a video for so many minutes and for you to add commercials and all that other stuff. I'm not there yet. I don't even care about that. I'm just trying to get the information out there. That's all I'm trying to do. But I know I have to be consistent too. And I don't have time to come down here every day and do this. So perhaps me working on the uploads, I can upload every day. It will get easy because it's easy now. I just did a presentation versus me doing a video, so my slides didn't go through. So I'm working on it. Tomorrow I will be out of town. I have to leave to go to Jersey. I'll be with Queen Diva this week, and I'll head back, and maybe I'll come on Tuesday. I might have to work Monday. I have to see because I'm out of town for some stuff, but I have to see. But I am working on it, you guys, and I think I'm just going to really try to work on upload. I know you all saw my new little Tees talk. That will be edited as well. I really like it, but I need to edit that little thing too. And I'm trying to do some other things when it comes to editing, and I'm having a tough time doing those because I think I need a MacBook. I use Android, but I think I need Apple product to do what I'm trying to do. So I don't know. I'm working on some things. I'm very proud of myself because I said, listen, T, if nobody help you, you got to go out there and do it yourself. And my boys are good at it, but they're very disappointing to me. Oh, 8 minutes or longer. Look, Clyde, no. 8 minutes or longer. Okay. Hey, Tracy's World Plus. How are you, baby? So that's what I'm gonna do. And I will reach out to some people if I need help, you know. But hey, Triple Red, baby, I miss you. I haven't seen you too much. But I will reach out to some people. But editing is not easy. It's just very tedious and it takes a lot of time. And so that's what I'm working on. So make sure you guys, if you see it, hit that upload, check that upload out, hit a like, and let's get in the algorithm. If you ever need help, thank you, Beck. Look at this. See, this is God. See? Never even thought to ask Triple Red. Never even thought. Thank you so much, baby. I will do. You know, I want to talk a little bit about friendships, and then I'll end here because you know I only do an hour. It's some strange friendships going on here. And you know, they make what they say, they make strange bedfellows. I'm not understanding all the fake friendships going on here and the breakup to makeups. It's just very tough for me to understand. And I think it's getting to a point for me where I just don't even bother to watch some of the content creators because all the shit just seems fake. It's not even good acting anymore. And then some people act quite well. They do. but it's not even good acting, because you can start to like, say, for instance, people's relationships on here, and then all of a sudden they fall out. And it's like, damn, what happened with them? But it's definitely something wrong when you go through so many friends or YouTube shifts. There's something wrong with you. It's not something wrong with all of the people who you have disassociated yourself from, came down here and dragged. It's definitely you. You need to take a look in the mirror and see what you're doing wrong. Because even if this YouTube, you don't want that type of persona. Well, to me, I wouldn't want. You don't want that type of reputation that you can't hold a friendship. Everybody you come in contact with, or you say you friends with, you turn against them, and then you start dragging them. Shit like that don't look good. It makes it very hard for me to trust anyone down here, anyone, because they could be friends one day, enemy the next, then friends again. And so it's so confusing. So if you're a content creator, really, we talked about alliance, and it's important for you to have alliances to a certain degree because it helps you network and it gets you the numbers. As Miss Pizarro would say, numbers. It gets you the numbers. It gets you the clicks and views. But what are you giving up for the numbers and the clicks and views? Are you giving up yourself? Are you giving up your integrity, your character, your moral standards? What are you giving up just for numbers, clicks, and views? Are you losing real friendships? I think I've seen a couple of real friendships on here end, and I guess fake friendships, and then they become friends again. They support people and they call it networking. They call it networking, flip-flopping, or whatever. Some things I just rather not do. I just rather stand on my own. If you can stand on your own and you really want your channel to grow, you're going to have to realize it's going to be organic. It's not going to be fast. You may do that fast thing, cussing somebody out, dragging somebody, and you get all those views. But when you try to back away and do the thing that you came on here to do and stay focused on that, it'll be very hard for you to flourish unless you have grown organically. These fake friendships is just getting to me. It's making it uninteresting to me. Mm-hmm. It is, because you could like somebody and then they fall and you was, damn, I really like them as friends. I like them, working together and da da da. But it don't last long here. It makes you afraid to try to develop a YouTube ship around here because you don't know who's going to turn on you and when they're going to turn on you. But one thing for sure, you can wait for people to turn on you. They will turn on you. Nothing is solid here. No relationship is solid here. Eventually, they're going to turn. You can link up with them now because you have a common enemy. But eventually, remember, when you get in this beef over here, is the funniest thing. Eventually, you're going to have to fight whoever you have an alliance with. Somehow, you guys are going to have to fight each other because that's what it's about. That's what it's about, really. They are waiting for you guys to break up so you can spill the tea. So you have to fight each other, or you just have to back away and just leave it. Just go out the door quietly. Don't say anything. People, I noticed, I'm telling you, I told Queen Diva, I said, Queen Diva, I noticed certain people are missing in certain places. Something is happening, but I think they left quietly. They didn't say, hey, I'm leaving. Fuck you. I'm about to spill all this tea on you, you dirty dog. But, they just left. And I just don't see them no more. And so I think what happened, they disassociated themselves with that particular person and they just watched their, they went on about their business. Some people are not giving up integrity because some people never had integrity. Good point, Clyde. Good point. Thank you. That's why I stay in the bushes most of the time, because I can't keep up and I can't be fake. If I fall out with you, it's to the dirt. I'm a true Cancer and I'm Aquarius. And maybe, I question myself sometimes, really, because if I don't like you and I fell out with you, there is no coming back. It's done. We're finished. Finito, whatever they call it, to the end. I don't need your friendship. I don't even have to sit amongst you to be cordial. I don't. You have done something to me that it affected our YouTube ship friendship, and I'm done. I'm done. I'm not gonna sit and skin and grin in your face because that shit's fake. I see this shit just as fake. I'm not gonna side with you because I don't like the girl over there or the guy over there. I'm not gonna side. I'm just done. I'm not gonna even be bothered. You know, I will stand on my own and grow slow. Hey, MJAK, what's going on, baby? So yeah, so I just can't get all these fake friendships and people fighting for each other. No, let people fight their own battles, but again, it's part of the alliance that they have. You know, they have that alliance, so they think when one makes a video or one say something about content creator, they all need to defend that content creator. That content creator don't even have to need help, could be handling him or herself, but they all feel as though because they in that alliance thing, they all feel as though they need to come down here and make a video and drag that particular person that the original content creator is having beef with. I mean, that's just what it is. Yeah, really beat TV, Mz.Teavalocity and really beat TV putting people. Yeah, I don't play that, you guys. I don't play that game, And like I said, Lord help me, he's not finished with me. I'm not an easy person to forgive. I just don't. But watching here, I told Diva last night about something I wanted to speak on. Her and I had a disagreement. I said, I think YouTube is even making it harder for me to talk about some things or put things on public display. I said, I think they have spooked me. So I don't want to tell these people none of my damn business. What really none of it. Because these people have no filter. They don't care. They talk about your mama. They talk about your kids. They talk about your dad. They talk about everybody in the world. They talk about the dead. They talk about the disabled. They talk about the sick and the shut. They don't have filters. They don't give a shit. That's what it's about. And that's what you accept over here. And it's hard for me to play that game. See, it's really hard for me to play that game. So they stifle you from really being transparent sometimes. I would love to vlog and do certain things, but it's not the place for it. It's just not the place. And I realize that is not the place for it. So I don't do it, but I would love to share some things, but I'm like, nope. Because as soon as somebody get mad or see fit, they gonna start trying to drag me about it. All this shit is fake, child. It's just too much. I just don't. It's just too much for me, all the fake friendships and stuff. But in the real world, I never had friends. Girl, somebody sound like me. In the real world, I never had friends because I had too many kids to worry about a friend and to make kids to worry about a friend. And now I'm 60 years old and my life is great. Good for you, Barbara. I'm 62. I'm 62. I just never had a lot of real friends. Dr. Cat isn't here. She's my friend. But I've never asked her. I normally just stay to myself. I'm not friendly. I'm not the type of friend that call all the time. I am a bad friend. I am. I'm a bad friend. I'm there if you need me. But as far as calling, talking on the phone all the time, going some, I just don't do all those things. I really don't. I just stay to myself a lot of times. Again, Diva is much more outgoing than I am. She's much more friendlier than I am. And her and I get into it a lot of times because to me, sometimes she's too damn friendly. And people will shit on you sometimes. They will take your kindness for weakness. And I don't play that shit. I don't give you no rope to do that. Nah, that's not what we about to do here. But she's a little more, she'll take a little more than I will. And then she'll have enough and she'll put her foot down. I'm very quick to forgive. Oh yeah, I know, Barb. I know, Clyde. That's where I have a problem at because I know better. I know that God says to forgive. That's a struggling point. I have a struggle with that. I know better. I just don't. Oh yeah, I just don't. I really don't. I don't. I mean, I'll just let it go before sometime I deal with it. I'm bad at that. You do something to me, I'm just gonna let it go, man. I'm just gonna shut you out and keep it moving. And maybe I shouldn't do that. That's a struggle I have, you know. Like I said, Diva is my best friend. We talk about it yesterday. Her and I got into agreement. I was like, I just don't want that attention. I just don't need that. And she said, well, you're that type of person. I said, yeah, I am that type of person. All right now. I said I'm that type of person. Is that right? It works for me. Do I find problems with it sometimes? I do. I do find problems with me wanting to be by myself because I just don't have the patience for bullshit. I don't know. I have very short patience. So I try not to get involved in BS, you know. That's why I don't play this game because I don't have the patience to play games like this, and they say, oh, well, we know it's all about the money, it's about the coins, it's about the dollars, isn't it? I just don't, it's just not me. It's just not me, you guys. And maybe I should learn sometime. I go, oh, they having a good conversation. I want to jump on this platform and talk. I'm not the girl. I'm just, I'm not the girl for that. I'm so out of place. If I'm not going to come down here and beef and talk shit with them, I'll be out of place. So I don't even jump on platforms. Yes, I am a work in progress. And I thank God that, every day I'm learning to be a little softer. I think a little softer. Not that much softer, but I'm learning to be a little softer. But I think it's a matter too, you guys, of guarding your heart, you know. And I believe for me, a lot of times I talk about me. But I I find that is a defense mechanism that I have built up, you know, and so it works for me. But I'm trying to see how to say this right. It works for me. Hey, TT, my love. Thanks for like number 16. Hey, my love, my love, my love. I'm glad you're getting better, TT. I was in your bushes. And I think sometimes you just be on the road. When I do speak, baby girl, you don't even see me. But I know it ain't nothing serious. Those are all love with us. I think what happens is I I build up a defense mechanism where I just shut shit down because to me I'm guarding myself. I don't know if that's always the right thing to do, but it works for me. A lot of things I won't even deal with. So that's why it's pretty hard for me even to come on here and play the name game and the fussing and the fighting and the dragging and because yeah, me too. You said I'm slow to forgive and I never forget. I never forget, and but I am slow to forgive too. I just don't want to play that game. And I don't know if me being on YouTube for 3 years make it worse. I don't know if this is making it worse because I really don't want to forgive people and fool with them no more once they do something to me. So I don't know if this weighing in my real life because I don't want to be bothered at all. If you do something to me, fuck it, you did it, keep it moving. I ain't got time to forgive you, to give you the opportunity to do it again. I just don't have that time, you know? But yeah, so everybody to each his own. To each his own. Thank you, baby. It's all love. You do what works for you. I do what works for me. 3 times before I got it right. Oh, that's MJ talking. Yeah, but I ain't have much to say. Like I said, I'm working on some editing. I won't stop you guys until I get it right. It takes a lot of time. I'm gonna upload this one about money, power, and respect. What is all is boiling down to? I want you to keep in mind that wars are very profitable. hmm 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 Wars are very profitable for some. Yeah. Wars are very profitable for some. And when you play in chess, you have to give up some of your pieces to get to the king, to capture the king. And what I mean by that, the analogy, this is chess, not checkers. I don't mind a couple of people dying for me to win the game. That's a fact. That's all it's about, you guys. Yeah. We only could believe little of what we see. And unfortunately, we don't see it all. Like, we're not seeing all the casualties. We're not seeing the real death tolls. We're not seeing a lot. We're being shielded from a lot. But a lot of people will lose their lives for people to stay in power. Mm-hmm. And when you get a minute, read about that. Read about, I think it's like 5 families, it may be more, 5 families that rule this world, really rule the world. It's hard to believe, but they rule the world. So when you get a minute, read about those 5 families and see what you think. And then you'll see what this all boiled down to. Queen Diva, that's hooray. Tried it coming for China after she passed. I'm not going to take my foot off her neck. Oh, yeah, that China thing was terrible. I think I know who you are, Clyde, but I'm going to leave it like that. I think I know who you are, Clyde. And I think that China thing did bother you a lot. If you who I think you are, and that's probably why you got these crazy names. You guys, I'm gonna get ready to get out here. I don't have much to say. I will be out of town, sis. I'll be heading your way. I got some appointments this morning. I gotta clean my car out so I could get on the road. You know, I have to get an easy pass because I tell you what, I don't travel much. But every time I travel to Jersey or somewhere that has a toll, I get tickets. You know, I get a lot. I'm sitting here with $290-some tickets, and I know I paid some tolls. I just don't know. I don't travel like that. But anywho, I'm going to pick me up an easy pass, slap it on my car, and get ready to head to Jersey to see my sister. Uh-huh. Sugar honey iced tea. Oh, I didn't know sugar honey iced tea, but I remember sugar honey iced tea. You know who I thought it was, Clyde, but yeah, I remember you sugar honey iced tea. You said I never forgot. No, that was crazy about that China thing. Yeah, that was some crazy stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna head to Jersey. So I gotta pick up a pass because I don't want to keep getting these tickets. It's crazy. When you get to Baltimore, they tell you to just go through the toll and they'll send you the ticket, right? You don't pay, just keep going. We'll send you a ticket in the mail. You get the ticket, you go through Delaware, and I don't know if I keep passing these damn easy pass, but I go over to pay and nobody's in the booth. And so I pass, they send me a ticket and it's the ticket plus the fee. I said, I don't understand. You didn't even give me an opportunity to pay the damn ticket. So now I have the fee, but I don't know. So I'm going to give me an easy pass to make it a little easier on my pockets because you know it's crunch time. It's crunch time. We need to save as many pennies and dollars as we can. Hey, watch your investments though. Watch your 401ks. Yeah, they gonna take a hit too. Yep. Investments gonna take a little hit too. You may see a little increase, but you'll see more of a decrease too, depending on what you invested in. So watch your 401ks. I think Kimberly asked me the other day, or she said she was gonna stop putting in her 401k. Yeah, because like I said, what affects them is definitely gonna affect us. If it affects the economy, it's gonna affect our economy some kind of way. And you guys need to stay abreast of that. Stock up on what you can, keep your car filled up. We don't like canned goods too much, but stock up on canned goods and batteries. If you need batteries for anything, stock up on your batteries. Thank you, baby. Safe travels. Thank you. That's wonderful, baby. Yeah. So stock up on that stuff. Um, Pay close attention to what's happening around you. If you have deep freezers, I mean, stock up on those. Oh, there go Kimberly Black. Okay, she must be in the bushes. Okay, baby. Good morning, Queen. Yeah. But right now, you guys just be aware of what's going on. I don't have my notes to break it down. I didn't want to do the slides, so I'll do the upload. But please, please, please pay attention because just because someone didn't come and personally, send a missile or something to your house, that missile that hit Ukraine is a missile that will hit all of us in a different way. And that's what we need to pay attention to. Take a break from whatever you're doing, what have you consumed, and see what's going on in the real world. Because I know we all get addicted to use. Yeah, start a garden if you can. That's true. Start a garden. Yeah, shit's gonna get tight. You know what, too? I think you guys remember the barter system. I think some people will go back to the barter system in smaller communities. They probably do the barter thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Back in the day, it worked well. You know, the barter system, yeah. And dehydrate foods, exactly, exactly. Yeah, we gonna have to store. You know, they have this meal. I go over to Keisha Gossips. Anybody heard Keisha Gossips on True? Well, I follow her, and that sister used to be killing it in views. You know, she talk about the things people don't want to talk about. You know, with the royal family, with the industry, different, dark secrets and different things. She does commentary about that, and somehow they mess with her views. They manipulated her views that she doesn't get as many views as she used to. But she runs this commercial, and it's like what they call rations. It's like rations. She does a sponsor for rations where you could buy rations and food lasts for years. I don't know if you want to do that. It's something like a dehydration of food, but it's a different method. And she does a little sponsor. They sponsor her, and you could get any type of food, and it comes in can and packages. But the military use it quite a bit, but now they are selling it, and it lasts for years. I just don't. I just don't know, where do we go from here. We just have to, yeah, we just have to be real abreast of what's going on in the real world, you guys. That's all. We really do. And protect ourselves. Prayer is powerful. Those who believe in prayer, continue to pray, because prayer is powerful. Continue to store and stock up and watch your dollars. Now, listen, before I get out of here, I have what you call excellent credit. And I'm not putting my business out there, but I'm about to tell you why I said it. I have excellent credit. So anywhere I can go, I can buy anything because I have that credit power, right? I heard this sister say that the Biden administration is trying to get rid of the 3 credit bureaus. Now, why would they do that? That monitors your credit. And I wonder why they doing that. We need to watch some of these moves that these people are making, because at one point they pushed the fact that you need to have good credit, and now they want you to buy the Bitcoin, the Shiba Inu, and all this other crypto. Something is going on. So I really tried to make sure that I have good credit, because I said I have power. Like sometimes I don't carry cash. I don't carry cash, but I always have an ATM, and I always have a major credit card with a good limit on it. In the case something happens, I always have money, right? That's what I have available to me. So I'm very careful with my credit. So now they talking about they taking away the 3 credit bureaus, and I'm saying, okay, what the hell is happening now? What is happening now? We not gonna start monitoring people credit. Something is happening here. I don't know what that means, but I need to look it up and see, because that's not right. That's not right. Oh, okay, Clyde. Okay, she says free dry can purchase at same. Okay, cool. She giving us some. She dropping some gems here. Dry freeze food. Yeah, yeah. So I wonder what's up that is going to go from a credit score to a social credit. Okay, research, you'll see it. It's a bigger plan. Okay, I need to research that. Thank you, Clyde. See, shit like that, I need to know. I don't work very hard to remain good credit now. And now you gonna tell me you taking away this monitoring and my credit score won't be any good? Nah, nah, nah. Okay. So Clyde told me I need to research. You'll see it. It's a bigger plan. Okay, love. Okay. Okay. So if you own a home too, interest rates are going to be hiked. With all this going on, the Feds is going to hike the interest rates. So be careful if you trying to buy a home. It's not a buyer's market. It's still a seller's market. If you financing a vehicle, be careful doing that, because interest rates for everything will hike. Yep. They're going to do it aggressively, they said. with that being said, you guys, I just did a bunch of rambling today, but I did want to cover, because I want you to come back and watch my upload. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. If you think it's a good upload and is informative, share it out. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'll try to get that upload done. And then I shall see you all later. But remember, oh, let me get my song and let's get out of here. I don't do more than an hour. An hour is long enough for me. Queen, I'll call you in a minute. Is going to go from a credit score to a social credit. I wonder, what is a social credit? Can you just give me a hint of what a social credit is? I'm going to look it up, baby, because you said it. And like I said, I really believe in having good credit score. But tell me what a social credit is. So I'll know. Can you tell me a little bit about a social plan right quick? Just a little hint of it. I'm going to go look. MJ, thanks for joining me, baby. Well, hey, you know what I want to say? And I want to say too real quick. If you see me in someone's chat and I drop down, a lot of times I'm at work, I may speak to everybody in general and leave. So I don't see you speak back to me. So don't think that I'm ignoring you. I probably don't see it because I have my earbuds on and I'm just listening. So I don't see you speak back to me, or I don't see you speak to me first. But it's not that I'm ignoring you. I respect that. It's just that I have my earbuds in and my ass should be working and I'm listening. If you see your king's crown crooked, help him straighten it up. If you see your queen's crown crooked, help her straighten it up. Speak life and wisdom into your princes and princesses. They are joint heir. They are future. They're looking to inherit a legacy, something other than stress and debt and chaos and drama. They are believing that we are creating general wealth for them. I hope we all still are working on generational wealth. It's kind of difficult with all that going on, but still stay focused. As always, be a blessing, not a bother. It's not nothing to being a blessing. A simple hello, how are you? You look good today. Oh, I love your smile. You have a beautiful smile. I like that tie you have on. Oh, I'll grab that cup of coffee for you. Hey, I'll hold that door. Here's a couple of dollars. Grab you some lunch. You just look radiant. You never know. It doesn't have to be anything monetary. Kind words go a long way. With that being said, I'm about to get out here. Zion movement, grand rising, social credit resembles a form of communism. Oh shit. Okay, let me look at it. Really? Wow. Okay, grand rising, social credit resembles a form of communism. Wow. I'm sorry, you guys. I had to stop my outro. Let me see what Clyde said. Deposit and eventually they'll tell us where we can and cannot spend money. They didn't pass the bill last year, but it keeps coming up to be passed every year this year, maybe. Deposit and eventually they'll tell us where we can and cannot. And you know what? That's the bad part about it. So it is like a form of communism. What the flip? You guys, we just need to be careful. We just really need to be abreast. These people that's not paying attention to what's going on, ignorance is, I don't know. I can't worry about everybody else, but I'm going to keep coming down here telling you about it. Let me get out here.